Hi, my name is Luz Chango, and I'm making a recording of information I had given about the Illuminati on Facebook. But I figured instead of uploading a article, read it to you guys. I figured it's a lot easier to stomach being heard than having to sit there and sift through pages of information. And this is going to be a two-part recording series. The article is called The New World Order. There's a worldwide conspiracy being orchestrated by an extremely powerful and influential group of genetically related individuals, which include many of the world's wealthiest people, top political leaders, corporate elite, as well as members of the so-called black nobility of Europe, which is the British Crown, whose goal is to create a one-world fascist government stripped of nationalistic and regional boundaries that's obedient to their agenda. Their intention is to effect complete and total control over every human being on the planet and to dramatically reduce the world's population by 5.5 billion people. While the New World Order is a term frequently used today when referring to this group, it's more useful to ID the principal organizations, institutions, individuals who make up this vast interlocking spiderweb of elite conspirators. They're called the Illuminati, which is the oldest term commonly used to refer to the 13 bloodline families that make up a major portion of this controlling elite. Most members of the Illuminati are also members of the highest rank of numerous secretive and occult societies, which in many cases extend straight back into the ancient world. We're talking about the Sumerians here. The upper level of the tightly compartmentalized Illuminati structural pyramid include planning committees and organizations that the public has little or no knowledge of. The upper levels of the Illuminati pyramid include secretive committees with names such as the Council of Three, the Council of Five, the Council of Seven, the Council of Nine, the Council of 13, the Council of 33, the Grand Druid Council, the Committee of 300, and the Committee of 500. According to Dr. Coleman, he summarizes the intent and purpose of these committees as follows: a one world government and one unit monetary system, meaning money, under permanent, non elect hereditary oligarchists who self-select from among their numbers in the form of a feudal system as it was in the Middle Ages. And if you recall, according to history, in the Middle Ages, you were either very rich or very poor. In this one world entity, population will be limited by restrictions on the number of children per family, diseases, wars, famines, until 1 billion people who are useful to the ruling class in areas which will be strictly and clearly defined remain as the total world population. There will be no middle class, only rulers and the servants. All laws will be unified under a legal system of world courts practicing the same unified code of laws, backed up by one world government police force and a one world unified military to enforce laws in all former countries where no national boundaries shall exist. The system will be on the basis of a welfare state. And this is pretty much a lot of what Mitt Romney is talking about doing. Those who are obedient and subservient to the one world government will be rewarded while with the means to survive. So they'll be allowed to live. Those who are rebellious will simply be starved to death or be declared outlaws, thus a target for anyone who wishes to kill them. Privately owned firearms or weapons of any kind will be prohibited. The New World Order global conspirators manifest their agenda through the skillful manipulation of human emotions. They work on fear and intimidation. That's how they try to get you to go along with them. According to David Icke, the author of the book The Biggest secret, he states that the Illuminati will produce the problem, they'll produce the people's reactions, and then come up with the so-called solution. The technique is as follows. The Illuminati strategists create the problem by funding, assembling, and training an opposition group to stimulate turmoil in an established political power that they wish to impinge upon, and thus create opposing factions in a conflict that the Illuminati themselves maneuvered into existence. And I will go into the second part of this tape in a little bit.